Hello everyone. Welcome back to our Python programming course. I hope all of you are doing great and practicing the programs from your previous lectures. Before starting today's topic, let's quickly revise what you learned in our previous lectures. Okay, now let's see. So in the previous lecture, we completed one of the most important chapters in Python called Python collections. And we learned list indexing, slicing, and list methods like append, insert, remove, pop, sort. Okay. And now let's see tuple and set and dictionary. And finally, we solved many practical programs. Okay. So here, if you haven't watched the previous lecture yet, I highly recommended watch it first because today's topics builds on those fundamentals. Okay, now let's see. So in today's class, we are going to learn strings in Python. Okay, students, almost every Python programs uses strings. Whenever you type your name, your email address, your college name, your city, or a message on WhatsApp, Instagram, or Facebook, you are working with text. In Python, text is called as a string. By the end of this lecture, you will learn what is a string, creating string, single quotes, double quotes, triple quotes, indexing, slicing, and practical programs. So don't worry, everything will be explained step by step. Okay, listen carefully. Now let's discuss the string. Before starting strings topic, let me ask a simple question. Suppose I ask you store your name in Python. Can we store it as a number? No, because a name is a text. Python stores text using strings. Remember this definition. A string is a simple sequence of characters enclosed in quotation. Okay, remember this definition. For example, let us open the VS Code. Okay, let's see. Suppose name equal to Shankar. Name equal to Shankar. So here Shankar is a string. Let's take another example. College equal to Lovely Professional University. Okay, this is also called as a string. Remember this, numbers like hundreds are integers, numbers like 95.5 also float, and bill, but, hello or Python are strings. Okay, now let's see creating strings. So Python allows to create strings in three different ways. The first one single quotes, double quotes, triple quotes. Let's see single quotes. Okay. Suppose name equal to Shankar. Now let's print now here. Sorry. Single quotes now. Okay. And here print name. So output will be the, let's run the program Shankar. And now let's see double quotes. City equal to Hyderabad and print city. Now let's run the program. Shankaran, Hyderabad. Okay. Here the point is single quotes and double quotes working the same way. You can use either one. Okay. Now let's see the triple quotes. Triple quotes are used for multi-line text. For example, you take welcome. No, no, no. Message equal to welcome to Python program. Okay. Sun print message. Oh no, let's run the program. Welcome to Python program. This is useful. This is useful for long messages or paragraphs. Okay. Now let's see. And now let's see the real life example. Think about the apps you use every day. When you log into Instagram, you type your username. That username is called as a string. When you search something on Google, you search text is a string. When you send a message, okay, when you send a message on WhatsApp or Instagram, that message is called as a string. When you type your college name in an online form, that is also called as a string. So strings are the one of the most commonly used data types in Python. Okay, now let's see the practice programs. Okay, so name equal to Shankar and college is equal to Lovely Professional University and college equal to Lovely Professional University. Okay, and city equal to Hyderabad and print name, print college and print city. Okay, now let's run the program and verify the output. Shankar, Lovely Professional University and city is Hyderabad. Now it's time to your turn. Then change values of your own name, college, and city. Run it again. Okay, do yourself. So remember the point. Practice is the best way to learn programming. Okay. Now let's see the string indexing, negative indexing, and string slicing. Okay. Now let's see the string indexing. So, students, every character in a string has a position. This position is called as a index. Python always starts counting from zero. Remember this point. Python always starts counting from zero. Now let us take an example. Suppose name equal to Python. So here the point is Python always starts counting from zero. So here P index is zero, Y index is one, and let's and so on. N index is five. So here the point is always start index with zero starting. Okay. Now let's print the first character. I want to print the first character. Print name zero. Now let's run the program P. Now print the second character Y and print the last character. I want to print last character. Okay, fine. Now let's run the program N. So remember one point here. Python always start indexing from zero, not from one. Now let's take real life example. Okay. For example, name equal to Shankar. Okay. And here the question is, how can we print only the first letter? Okay. Print name index with zero. Okay. Now let's run the program. Yes. Now print the fourth letter, 3. Index number 3. N. This is how indexing works. Now let's see the negative indexing. So here Python also supports the negative indexing. Instead of counting from the beginning, it's count from the end. Okay. Suppose for example we can write here name equal to Python. Okay. So here here the point is instead of counting from the beginning, it count from the end. So here the n, n is -1 and -2, -3, -4, -5 and p is -6. So I want to print my n. Okay, I want to print n. Print name -1. Now let's run the program. Yeah. Second, I want to print second last character. Okay, -2. And I want to print third last. Okay, so here the point is negative indexing is useful when we need the last few characters without counting the entire string. Okay, so now let's see the string slicing. So sometimes we don't want just one character. We want multiple characters together. For this, Python provides slicing. So now let's see syntax. String start is to end. So here remember the point. Start index is included and end index is excluded. So now let's type text equal to program. Okay. So print the first characters. Now let's print first four characters. Okay. Print text 0 is to 4. Now let's run the program. Okay. Now print from index 3 to index 7. Okay. 3 to index 7. Now let's run the program. Graph. So now print from the beginning. Okay. Print from the beginning. Now let's run the program. Okay. Okay. Now print from the until the end. Now print from index 6 until the end. Until the end. Now let's run the program. So print the complete string. Now I want to print complete string. Okay. Now let's run the programming. So slicing is useful very frequently in Python projects. Okay. Now let's take the practice program. Okay. Now let's practice. Suppose college equal to lovely professional university. Lovely professional university. Okay. And print college and print college max. So run the program and observe the output. Okay. So let's say L means here the point is okay. Here the point is so here the point is 0. So here the point is index with 0 means it is a string slicing, that is L, and here minus 1 is negative indexing, so it starts from the beginning the end, so that is Y. Okay. Now let's see the another one. So now let's see another one. So here change course equal to Python program and print course 0 is to 6 and print course 7 is to 1. So pause the video and guess the output before running the program. Okay. And replace the Python programming with your own name and try different indexing and slicing examples. Okay. So here the experimenting is the one of the best way to learn programming. Okay. So let's see. Now let's see string operations. So and concatenation repetitions len and not in escape characters. Now let's see. Okay. So now let's see string concatenation. Students, suppose your first name is stored in one variable. and your last name is stored in another variable. How can we combine them? Python provides the concatenation. Means remember this point, concatenation means joining two or more strings using the plus operator. For example, for example, first name equal to Shankar, okay, and last name equal to Kumar, okay, and full name first name, okay, plus and last name, okay, and print full name. So now let's send the program Shankar Kumar. So let's take a real life example. Imagine an online registration form. The name and last name are entered separately, but the system combines them into one full name using the concatenation. Okay, now let's see the string repetitions. So sometimes we want to repeat a string multiple times. So here the Python uses the plus into operator, means star operator. Okay, now let's see the program. Okay, print Python start. Okay, now let's run the program. Means string repetitions means here we want to repeat a string multiple times. Suppose here I entered 3, means 3 times printed the Python. So like that the work of the string repetitions. Okay. Now let's take another example. So here change 20 and here start. Now let's run the program. So here star will print 20 times. So this is useful for creating headings or decorate lines in console programs. Okay, now let's see the len functions. So students, suppose we want to know how many characters are present in a string. Python provides the len function. Okay, suppose let's see. So language equal to Python. Okay, and print len language. Okay, now let's see the output. It will be the 6. Means it is useful to know how many characters are present in the language string. Okay, this is Python 6. 6. So let's take another example. College is equal to lovely professional universe. Okay. And print land language. Nolan College. Okay. Now let's run the program. 30. Okay. So here the point is the output will be total number of characters and including space also. Okay. So now let's take another topic, that is membership operators. So Python provides two membership operator, that is in, not in. So let's take example. For example, text equal to Python program and print Python in text. Okay. Now let's run the program. True. Because the word Python exists in a string. Okay. Now let's take another example. Now let's take another example. I want to change here. So yes, let's take example Java. Java, for example, means it give false C, false. Now let's take Java not in text. Java not in text. It give true. Means these operators are very useful for checking whether a word exists in a string. Okay. Now let's take another topic, that is escape characters. Okay. Sometimes we want to print special characters. Python uses escape characters. Okay. Means now let's take new line. Suppose for example print hello welcome. Okay. Now let's run the program. Hello welcome. Means here the slash n means it will give the new line. Okay. Hello. This is the whole in one line. Means here the new line is there escape. Okay. And hello welcome. Now let's see the tab. Okay. Now let's see the tab character. Suppose let's take an example, print Python program slash p. Okay. Now let's run the program Python program. Okay. So now let's see the double quotes. Double quote. Okay. And print he said. Okay, Python is easy. Okay, it's now let's run the program. He said Python is easy. So escape character helps format text in a clean and readable way. Okay, now practice activity. Pause the video and solve these programs. Join your first name and last name using concatenation. And the second question, print your name 5 times using the star operator. And third question, find the length of your college name. And the fourth question, check whether your name contains the letter K using the in operator. Try by yourself, practice these programs. Okay, now let's see. Now let's see the string methods in Python. Okay, so now let's see. So now let's see the first method, like that is upper. Means sometimes we want to convert all letters into uppercase. Okay, means uppercase means alphabetical in the capital. Lowercase means small letters like that. Okay, so Python provides the upper method. Okay, now let's see. So name equal to Shankar. Name equal to Shankar. And print name dot upper. Okay, name dot name dot. Okay, now let's run the program. Shankar. So real life example. Suppose a company wants to print all employee names in capital letters on ID cards. The upper method is useful. Now let's take another topic, that is lower method. Okay, means suppose, okay, suppose college is equal to National Institute of Technology. Okay, Institute of Technology, and print college dot lower. Okay, now let's run the program. It will print very small letters. Okay, students, here the point is this method is useful while comparing usernames, email address, and passwords where appropriate. Okay, so now let's see the another topic, that is script method. Means sometimes users accidentally type extra spaces. Okay, now let's take example. Name equal to pipe. Okay, and print name dot script. Okay, Now let's run the output. Python means the script method removes space from the beginning and end of the string. Okay, let's take a real life example. Okay, let's take a real life example. So when filling an online registration form, user often enters spaces by mistake. Those script methods help to clean the in. Now let's see the another topic, that is replace method. Means some suppose we want to replace one word with another. Okay, now let's see. Text equal to I love Java, and print text dot replace Java in Python. Okay, now let's run the program. I love Python means let's take another example. Message equal to good morning. Okay, and print message dot replace morning. Okay, into you. Now let's run the out and the output. Good evening. Okay, good evening. So this method is useful when editing the text. Now let's take another topic, that is find method. Means find method tells us the index of a word or a character. Okay, now let's take. So now let's type. Okay, text equal to Python program. Okay, and print. Oh, sorry. Print text dot find program. Now let's run the program. Oh, no, sorry. Find 7. If the word is not found, now let's see. If the word is not found, let's type Java. Let's run the program. -1 means -1 means the word does not exist. Means Java is not there on the text. Now let's take that is count method, another method, that is count. Okay, count is used counts how many times a character or word appears. Okay, so print. Now let's do text equal to banana, and print text dot count a. Let's see the output. Okay, so 3 A will be there in the text banana. Okay, means the count counts how many times a character or word appears. That is the count. Means here A will be there in the text three times. Now let's take another example. Sentence is equal to Python. Python, Java, Python. Okay, and print sentence dot count Python. Okay, now let's run the program two times. Oh, sorry, two times because see here Python is three times here there means here starting will be Python. This is royal case. Now let's say take into capital. Now let's run the program. It will print three times. Okay. Make sure here the starting letter with uppercase or lowercase. Okay. Means let's take another that is start with and ends with. Okay. Let's take the another topic that is start with and ends with. Suppose sometimes we want to check how a string starts or ends. Okay. Now website is equal to www.python.org. Okay, and print website starts with www. Okay, now let's run the program. True. Now check the ending. Now check the ending. Okay, .org. Now let's run the program. False. No, no, true. No, this is wrong. False means here I put the starts. Okay, now here change end ends with. Okay, now it will give the true. Oh, sorry. Now it will give the true. Let's say true. Okay, means these methods are commonly used for checking the names, website addresses, and document extensions. Okay, now let's take the practice activity. Students, pass the video and solve by yourself. Okay. Let's see the program number one. Convert your name to uppercase. Convert your college name to lowercase. The third question, replace your city name with another city. And the fourth, count how many times the letter appears in your name. And the final question, check whether your email starts with your first name. Try all these programs before continuing the next. Okay. Remember that the point programming becomes easier with regular practice. Okay. Now, now let's see the split medal. Okay. Means suppose someone enters their full name like this. Okay. Let's see. Rahul Kumar Sharma. Okay. How can we separate each word? Python provides the split method. Now let's type, okay, Python is equal to Rahul. Rahul, okay, and Kumar Sharma, and print name dot split. Okay, now let's run the program. Rahul, Kumar, and Sharma. Students, notice what happened. So the string has been converted into a list. The string has been converted into a list. So let's try the another example. Subject is equal to Python. Python, comma Java, comma C, comma DBMS. And print subject dot split. Okay. Now let's run the program. Python, Java, C, and DBMS. Means let's take the real life example. Suppose a teacher uploads students' names separated by commas using split. We can separate every student's name. Okay. Now let's take another method that is join. Okay. Suppose we already have a list. Okay. We have already have a list. Languages is equal to Python, Java, C. Okay. How can you combine these into one string? Python provides the join method. Okay. Now print print join languages. Okay. Now let's run the output. Python, Java, and C. Now separate them using a dash. Okay. Separate them using a dash. Now let's run the output. Python, Java, and C. So here remember one point. Split converts a string into a list and join converts list into a string. Opposite of the both. Okay. Remember these 2 points. It will asking you the MCQs. Split converts into a string into a list. Okay. And join converts a list into a string. Now let's see the another topic that is capitalize and title. Okay. Suppose a user types this name in lowercase. Okay. Suppose name equal to Python program and print name dot capitalize. Okay. Now let's run the output. Python program. So now use title. Okay. Now suppose use title. title. Python program. Okay, real life example see here. When displaying book titles, course names, or certificates, title makes the test look professional. Okay, now let's take another topic, that is swap case. Okay, there are two types of swap case: uppercase to lowercase and lowercase to uppercase. So here text equal to Python program. Okay, and print text dot swap case. Okay, now let's see the output. Python programming. This method is useful for understanding case conversions. Okay, now let's take another, that is alpha, is digit, and is anion. Now let us run these three very important checking methods. Okay, now let's see the first one, is alpha. Suppose name equal to Python. Name equal to Python. And print name is alpha. Now let's run the program. Oh, sorry. Now let's run, delete this. Let's run the program. True. Now try this. Okay. Suppose name equal to Python. Okay. And no, name equal to Python 123. Okay. And print name is alpha. Okay. Now let's run the output. False. Means because numbers are present. Okay. Now let's see the is digit. Checks the whether all characters are digit. Okay. Now let's see. Number equal to 1 2 3 4 5 and print number dot is digit. Okay. Now let's run the program. True. Okay. Now let's take another example. Suppose we entered here A, B, C. Now let's run the program. False. Because each digit means all characters are digits, not alphabeticals. Okay, that's why the output will be the false. Now let's see the is anion. Means checks whether the string contains only letters and numbers. Okay, letters and numbers. Now let's see name, no, text equal to Python. Python 1 2 3. Okay, and print text dot is anion. Okay, is random. Okay, now let's run the output. Oh, sorry, brackets. I forgot here brackets. Okay, now let's run the output. False. Okay, Now here I remove space. Let's give true. Okay. So students here, why did it return false? In the previous one, this is false. Because there is a space and space are not letters or numbers. Okay. That's why in the previous it was showing false. Okay. Now let's see times to your turn. Pause the video and solve by yourself. Create a sentence and split into words. And the second one, create a list of your favorite subjects and join them using commas. And the final question, uh, create whether your mobile number contains only digits and convert your use course name into title case. Okay, try this by yourself before continuing the next part. So remember the point, programming becomes easier only through regular practice. Okay, now let's see the so now let's discuss the another topic, that is string comparison. Okay, so now let us see string comparison means sometimes we need to compare the two strings. For example, a user enters a username or password, and our program checks whether it matches the stored value. Okay, suppose name1 equal to Python and name2 equal to Python. Okay, and print name1 is equal to name2. Now let's run the program. True, because both strings are exactly the same. Suppose here I change the uppercase to lowercase p. It's give the, now let's run the output. It's it's give the false. So here notice that Python is a case sensitive. Okay. Here Python and small letter Python are different because one start with an uppercase letter, ends with one another lowercase letter. Okay, now let's comparison using input. Okay, suppose password. Okay, password equal to Python 123. Okay, and user password equal to input, enter password. Okay, and print password equal to user underscore password. Okay, so now let's see. If the user enters Python 123, the program prints true. If the user enters anything else, it prints false. This type of comparison is commonly used in logging systems. Now let's run the program. Enter the password. Means here, suppose I entered Python 123. It gives the true. Suppose if the user enters anything else, suppose here, now let's run the program again. Suppose I enter another. it give the false. Okay. So this type of the comparison is used in login systems. So now let's see the small real world project. Okay. Now let's see. Suppose, okay, let's see. So now let's see. This is the student information program. So here the input means take information from the user, and the title means formats the name and college, and upper means displays the branch in capital letters, means len counts the number of characters in the name. So these programs combines many concepts from this lecture. Okay, now let's run the output. This is enter your name, Shankar. So I entered Shankar. Enter your college. My college is SRM. And enter your branch CSC. Okay, so this is the program combines many concepts. Okay, now let's see the common beginner mistakes. So suppose name equal to Python. Now let's take name equal to Python. So here forgot the quotation marks. Here is the mistake. And the second mistake will be the. So I want to print here index. No, now let's see. Okay. Here print text. No, print name 10. Now let's run the output. This shows an error. Means this causes an index error because string does not have that many characters. This is the one of the mistake. So make sure mistakes gives an error. Okay. Now let's discuss some questions. Okay. So now first of all, here what is a string first of all? A string is a sequence of characters encoded in quotations. So are strings are mutable? No, because strings are immutable, which means they cannot be changed after the creation. And the third question we discuss, what is the difference between find and index? Means see here, find returns if the value is not found. Index raises an error if the value is not found. Okay, now let's see the another question. Which method joins a list into a string? Join method. Okay, now it's time to your turn. Okay, pause this video. Ah, so now let's take the practice activity. So take your name as input and print it uppercase. Print in at uppercase. And the question number two checks whether your college name starts with letter L. Okay. And the third question replace your city name with another city. Okay. And find the length of your email address and split the sentence. Okay. Now here the in this lecture we'll learn the string creating, string indexing, negative indexing, string slicing, and concatenation. String comparison, escape characters, membership operators. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this lecture and practice all programs. So if this video helped you, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. It motivates to me create more free programming tutorials for you. Okay. Also let me know in the comments which string concept you found more interesting. So in our next lecture, we will start another important Python topic, that is functions, built-in functions, lambda functions, and along with practical coding examples. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Keep practicing, keep coding. I will see in the next lecture. Okay.